I think it's safe to say that I've played the ever-living shit out of Pokemon Legends Arceus, and as someone who vehemently dislikes mainline Pokemon games, this was kinda fun. I am not a big Pokemon fan. Gen 4 is where the series peaked for me, Diamond was the last mainline game I played, and Mystery Dungeon is my favorite story in a Pokemon game. But when Legends changed capturing Pokemon from this to this, the Pokemon fandom probably collectively lost their shit. This game isn't perfect. In fact, it's severely flawed. But it is a step in the right direction, even if it feels like a glorified beta test. I will always praise games for trying something different or something new, but for a company as big as Game Freak, I can't give them that leniency. They should have hit the ground running, not just taken the first step. I'm not normally fussed about graphics in a game either. I love variety in art styles. When the trailer for Legends Arceus dropped, the Chingling moved in a full fucking 15 FPS. Textures pop inlaid, the world is so barren and empty, and populating it with Pokemon that barely interact with each other or even with the environment just feels lazy on Game Freak's part. Still, I gotta give him credit where it's due. The gameplay loop is actually kind of fun, especially considering that this is a collectathon. To be able to catch Pokemon like this in a game feels so weird yet satisfying. The first few hours of this game are such a slogfest. You're hit with a lot of tutorials, a lot of character dialogue with no actual voice acting.
He looks just like Cynthia.
Jubilife Village starts overstaying its welcome pretty quickly, and progression is locked behind these walls of having to research different Pokemon. To top it off, the first real boss fight, Cleavor, is so...
Man, I can play this shit with my toes.
But then you get a wired ear, and the world opens up a bit. There's a hidden sense of progression now. For whatever reason, the side quest content, which started off as completing trivial chores, now has you catching a Chimchar on a tree, as well as your first shiny. The village starts to expand a bit. The clothes shop has outfits I actually want to buy. The item shop sells better Pokeballs. There's a place to farm ingredients. I can teach my Pokemon new moves without forgetting old ones. Game Freak, why the fuck did they forget old ones? Also off topic, how did 3 Bidoof get past the security core? Why do I have to be the one to bring them back? Shut up, Bidoof. Using the Sinnoh region for a game like this is a pretty smart move. You reel in older and newer fans into arguably one of the best generations of Pokemon ever put out, and I found myself catching all my favorite ones from way back when. With the world as expansive as this, you'd expect some kind of inspiration from Breath of the Wild in terms of having your sense of discovery rewarded. The former had these huge dragons with a grand sense of scale, while Pokemon has...
What in the 10 FPS? Gyarados can fly?
Most of the time, you encounter alpha Pokemon in these open spaces, and they're just janked up larger and stronger versions of their counterparts. And yet, there's no feeling of encountering something extremely rare. I feel like there was a missed opportunity where they could have spawned legendary Pokemons in these hard-to-reach locations. That said, catching an alpha is still oddly gratifying, maybe because they're relatively the trickiest Pokemon to catch in this game, while catching legendaries is a piece of cake. On the topic of open spaces and hard-to-reach locations, one of the things Legends does really well is seamlessly swap you between different traversal options. Climbing, gliding, diving, and swimming in an instant. But apart from going from one place to the other quicker, there's no explorative reason to use these options. Missed opportunity, Game Freak. Boss fights! Ooh, the boss fights in this game are so difficult if you handed the controller to a game journalist. Except Cleavor. Fuck you, Cleavor. Even Kotaku can beat you. Seeing area of effect and bullet hell attacks in Pokemon felt like I was in some alternate dimension. But it's a welcome change. I do want to see more of these in future games in the series, and a lot more of instant transmission Palkia. Although, Game Freak, I don't want to chuck bombs at Pokemon. Please think of something else. What else? Pokemon battles, right. You can initiate these yourself. No more of that random encounter bullshit. No weirdo dumbass kid with a shit Pokemon trash talking your stack team of Giga Chat Pokemon. But it's still turn-based. Game Freak, I think it's time to ditch turn-based and change it up. I mean, there's this game on Kickstarter called Kindred Fates, and, well... that's awesome. But keep the attack animations. You guys gave Palkia this really sick one. In fact, haven't I seen this before? To close out this video, I just want to say a few things for whatever Pokemon game comes next. Please let Pokemon interact with other Pokemon, make catching legendaries worthwhile, populate the environment with cool shit, and please don't design ugly ass Pokemon like this.
Give me my Weevil! What? Hadouken!